Greetings, everyone. I know y'all like, what is she doing up? Well, I'm excited. So listen, I went to Orlando premiere, excited to learn a few things, meet a few people, and maybe do a little shopping. I did all of that, but I also came home challenged, inspired, and with a $500 gift basket I wasn't expecting, y'all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the road trip home, the $500 prize basket reveal, because I'm going to open it up. Y'all see, I still have it in the package. I said I'd wait until I get on because I promised y'all. Well, I didn't promise, but I said that I would come on and do the reveal and show y'all what's in the basket. I can see, but there's some other stuff in there that I don't know because I haven't opened it. But nonetheless, this is about the road trip home, the $500 prize basket reveal, and Premier Orlando Reflections. So I have some points that I want to talk about. Y'all know at the end I give some real talk. Um, I guess you can say it's a real talk session, and then I close us out. So welcome back. Thank you all for following my Premier Orlando journey. It was my first time there at Premier Orlando, and I had a good time. I did. It was good to be back in my home state. I hadn't been in the state in whew, March made 2 years, so it's been a little minute. And before that, it's been a long time. But nonetheless, I just want to thank y'all for following my journey. I want to shout out to my sister. I missed her. Angel, she's doing angelic juices. So y'all in the state, in St. Pete or Orlando, y'all look her up. I got to get me some juices, but I thought we would hook up. She was actually back in our hometown, so I didn't get to see her. Anywho, um, thank you all for following the journey. Do check out episode 73 and 74. I'm going to do a little recap because remember I told y'all I had some images and videos and stuff. So I've kind of pulled them together so I can share them. So y'all be patient with me. If you're catching this on the replay, I appreciate you taking time to replay this live broadcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, recap of episode 53, 73 and 74. Like I said, I'm going to show some pics and videos, and then we're going to talk about what this particular segment, episode 75, is about. It's we're going to talk about the prize. I'm going to open it up. We're going to get into that. uh, I'm gonna do some final reflections because I had some time to think while I was on the road. Just kind of go over some stuff, think about the individuals that I met, had conversations with, some lessons learned, as well as what happened after the trip. So I got a question for you all as it relates to that. So the trip home, now that the conference is over, now what? Oftentimes, people go and attend conferences, educational seminars, and different things. They get back home, and what do you do with that information, or the product, or the idea, or the thought that you had, the notes that you took? What do you do with that? So the drive back home, honestly, y'all, I was just replaying a lot of the experience, what I saw, what I observed, some of the conversations that I was in hearing of, because I see stuff that people may not think I see. So I see with I see and hear with my eyes. I just say that. Um, so I did a lot of replaying the whole experience. It was my first time. I shared with you all in episode 70 three that I felt a little overwhelming. So with that being said, I'm going to share this first video of me uh, that that morning. So we actually went the day before when we got there to go to the convention center to pick up our tickets. But this was me. Let's grab it. This was me that morning. So
followers, it's Yate. Greetings, family, friends, and followers. It's Yate, the Barber, Stylist, and Educator. I am here at, yes, the next 2 days I'll be taking part in Orlando premiere. Right now I'm getting ready to go on the floor. This is one side. Some of them seem to be still setting up. It actually just opened up like 9 o'clock. So I'm only a few minutes behind schedule. But my first time here. So I'm taking it all in. Y'all know me, I got a list of things, to set my intentions of why I'm here, what I hope to accomplish and gain. So stay with me today.
All right. So y'all heard me say set my intentions, right? And things that I intended, but it didn't happen that way. I got another video that I'll play for you so you'll see my first encounter and entering into the space. So I'll share the photos and the videos with you. So realizing another thing, that convention center is huge. I had never been there, so I wasn't aware of the magnitude of how big it is. So y'all know that I'm gonna put the image up. Let me find it first. I'm wearing a boot on my foot, right? So it was a lot of walking. However, I walked, I sat. I walked, I sat. So I did a lot of resting and a lot of taking care of myself. Which brings me to, I had this couple stop me and say, "You're brave." And I told them, look, I had already brought the ticket, had already went in on my portion of the expenses. So I was like, whew, I gotta go. I gotta go. And in actuality, I'm glad that I pushed through and went, because I'm gonna share some things with you all that I didn't know was being released, and I was able to take part in it, which ultimately is helping the population that I service. So yes, it was a lot of walking. So let me remove that. It was a lot of walking. So I walked and sat, found a seat and sat my little self down. And then carrying bags. I went with a suitcase and a crossover bag, but I came back with 3 bags that I could carry, and everything else was in there. So I had 3 bags and this here. So, well, actually, I had multiple bags, but however, I had everything in 3 bags. So for those of you who like to carry stuff up on the arm when you're going in the house because you don't want to go back to the your vehicle to get it, you want to make one trip and one trip only. Well, I had organized everything where I could make one trip. Yeah, but I had help bringing it in. So carrying way more bags home than you did when you arrived. So I had 3 bags in a basket, this basket right here. So I got a question for you. Does anyone else return from a trip exhausted? It's like when you get home, you need to take a day after the vacation or a day after the trip. You need an extra day. Me. How long does it take for you to recover? when you've taken a trip? Do you take a day? Do you take 2 days? You take a few extra days? Um, I gotta say this. So when I came back, I got back late that evening. And because I didn't schedule an extra day, I had clients the very next day. And my first one was at 9 o'clock. So if y'all were following my stories, then you know that I stayed up late because when I got home, I'm the type, if you was following my stories, you know this. I'm the type, when I get home, I want to put stuff away. I don't want to have to look at it. I don't want to have to deal with it and keep stepping over it or pushing the suitcase to the side. I just push through and get it done. So when I walked in, I rolled my suitcase to the laundry closet and I start pulling out stuff and putting it in and putting it in the laundry, sorting stuff and putting it in the laundry and putting things away. So that's what I did. And I end up going to bed like, I'm going to say about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah, I was just that driven to put stuff away, even the products. I didn't take them out and display them or put them where I desired them to be. I just kind of I put them together, I grouped them together, and kept them in the bags until the next day. Later, the next day, once I finished my clients, and then put everything else away. So that's the first thing I did when I got home, and yeah. So let me go through a few more videos with you all. I'm gonna share these. Hold on, let me remove this because this platform only allows you to have so many items up. So give me a second. I'm going to share with you all some more images, videos. So that was the first one of me going in. Let me go back and get the video. I guess y'all like, man, she wide awake. I really want to do this. So I pulled all the videos together. I took some notes. I pulled some products out because I wanted you all to see some of the visuals, hear some of the videos, and then, do this reveal. So when I walked in, let me find that video. Give me a second, y'all. Let me find the video. All right, all right. Did I? Oh, here it is. Okay, so going into the main entryway, it's like a catwalk, basically. So this is the main entryway into. And I always try to
Thank you very much.
That's me entering into Premiere, approaching the entry. So it's a pretty long walk. So I was observing the setup. If y'all know me, yeah, I used to be in the interior design field, so I still view things from that perspective as well. Um, Let me remove this and bring up the video of me walking in for the very first time. And I shared with you all on episode 73 that I felt like my kids who have sensory or neurodivergent or autistic, I felt overstimulated walking in because so many people were coming up. Would you like to have a bag? would you like to have this? Or can I give you this? And I was like, wait, I just walked through the door, literally walked through the door. So I was a little irritated to say the least, but that's part of being in that space. So here's the video. Me upon entry.
I gotta say this, upon entry, everybody is handing you flyers, handing you bags, and I'm like, look, no thank you. I just want to get in and observe first and see what's going on. But it's huge. It's a lot. You have from salon furniture to various products. It's just a lot going on. Let me share.
Everywhere. Bags, suitcases, out.
Everybody is. Everybody is selling.
I've been there.
Everybody is selling. Check your mind. Yeah.
Like they say, everybody was selling something. Everybody was selling something. Let me remove this. So my initial focus was to really just see what was there. I looked in the program here. It was a lot of vendors. So a lot of people. Food, they had DJs, info desk, photo ops, of course, restrooms and escalators and all kind of stuff. They had classes on the second floor of the facility. This was the actual layout. If you can see that, as you can see, it's huge, very big. What else I wanted to bring up? Give me, let me see. I went into the wrong file here. So that was coming in. Let's see here. Those were my classes. It was quite a bit. That's all I can say. I'm gonna take y'all to the first panel that I observed when I was there.
So I would say in response, one person I say in response to that, and it may sound kind of rude sometimes. Well, how can I do this and how can I do that and how can I ask them simply, who are you? Once you determine and find out who you are, then the industry and the clients will know as well. Now, Brady, I got a question specifically for you.
Made a good
How
point,
do you
yeah.
create your own lane in the industry where trends move faster than character?
The question was, how do you create your own lane? So I thought that was a very interesting question to pose to not only the individual that was on the panel, but for those of us in the audience, thinking about where we fit in, um, what is our lane in such a vast industry. And I'm going to share a little bit about that later on down the line. But nonetheless, let's get into, because I know that what y'all want to do is figure out what's inside this this gift bag here. So what's inside the basket? There are products, there are some tools. It look like it's all full size stuff. I don't know that it's any educational material in there. However, I do have their pamphlet here. So it's Puro natural products. As I mentioned in the episode 73, I think it was, they just came out with a men tea product where they have a line of products for men. They also have clippers, the clipper, the trimmer, and the shaver. They also just released a new, I guess you want to call it natural butters and fragrance spray. I talked about that. So that's not in here. These items, the Puro natural products, are inside of the bag. So we're going to see what all I got here. Shampoo, conditioner. They have vitamins and antioxidant protection, follicle drips, follicle stimulation and scalp health, transform your hair, and hydration and essential building blocks. So what y'all have waited for, I am about to open the product. So we're going to find out what each item is. I won't belay y'all too long. Okay. Um, how would I use it? I don't know right now because I did buy a few products, and I said in episode 73 that I bought the line for locks because I have a few clients that have nut allergens, and I had been in search of products that are natural in their ingredients and that could support them. And the other thing is whether you recommend it or I recommend it. I don't know that I recommend it because I have not used it yet. And then whether I test it on myself. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm real simple when it comes down to my hair, especially now that I wear it in the mohawk, as my uncles call me, Mohawk Mary. Anywho, um, now that I wear my hair short, I keep it shampooed and conditioned. Um, my nighttime regimen, I I don't do it every single night, but most nights I'll comb through it because I sponge my hair. I'll comb through it, put it in two strand twists, and bantu knot it. The reason why I do that because I love the definition that Bantu knots offer, and I don't have to do as much sponging with it. And I just take the sponge, and lift up so that I can get it to stand up. But nonetheless, whether I'll test the products or not, we'll see. Because, like I say, my regimen is simple. I either use like a daily moisturizing lotion. I don't use it every day because it causes buildup, but I use that or nothing. Some old-fashioned pomade or hair grease, and I keep it moving. But a good shampoo and condition, clarify it maybe once, depending on what I'm doing and how sore my hair is. But that's pretty much my regimen. So if I'll test it on me, yeah, I don't know. All right. So which product should I review first, or should I review a product? Let's get into this bag here. All right. So I put it on the table so y'all can see. It's pretty big. Hold on. Oh Lord. Okay. I bet y'all say just rip it open. Just rip it. Let me move this out of the way. Put this there. So they taped it up pretty good. So they say it's $500 in product. So first off, I see the all-purpose comb. This is a rat tail comb, and it also has an edge brush in there. This is the color of that brand, so everything is in green. It also has a tapered comb here. So the taper comb, as you can see, the teeth is smaller on the end, are closer together and a little further away on the end. So, where do we start? It is taped up, so I'm going to try to remove the tape without messing up the labeling. So this first product is follicle growth. It's a conditioner. I actually purchased this and I got the shampoo. So, okay, here's the, I don't have to have scissors. Um, here's the shampoo. It's sulfate free. So now I have two of each. I may gift these to one of my clients, put them in a gift bag and gift it to them. So now I have 2 and 2, but I got that. Let me get some shears. No, scissors. Hold on. This will make it easy for me. So let's see here. I'm going to try to cut it without. Okay, so this is the Honey Lock 2-in-1 bee wash and conditioner. So this will go with this product that this it I purchased. So I purchased this. I purchased this from them as well. So this is the Honey Lock Styling Gel, long lasting. It is flexible control, shines and softens. So this probably is a little more liquefied. Yeah, it is. Can you see it? I don't want to lean it because it's a little more liquidy. Wish I can show that to y'all. Can y'all see it a little bit there without me wasting it? So I purchased this. So these were 3 of the items that I got. So now I have 2 of each. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I got this here too. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all see? All right. I'm slowly peeling it so I don't mess up the label for it. Oh Lord, I think I'm peeling off the actual label, y'all. So I'm gonna leave that on there. So this is the Lock and Braid Shine Mousse. I got this as well. So I was peeling off part of the label. Let me smell it, like my uncle. It has like a peppermint smell. Let me see what the ingredients. Oh, aloe vera, leaf juice. Okay. Smell like a rosemary in here. Coconut oil, olive oil. Has a couple of things I don't even know how to pronounce. So I gotta look them up. Anywho, here's another one. This is tape. Y'all be patient with me. I'm trying to peel it off without peeling all the label off of it. So this is a Wrap and Shine foaming mousse. So we have 2, one for locks and braids, and this is for wrapping and shining. And that goes with this here. This is a natural core moisturizing conditioner. So this is, it says it moisture and hydration. This is a conditioner, so I'm sure it has a shampoo to go with it. So how many products we got so far? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a scalp treatment. This is a lock growth oil here. So this is part of the lock collection. What I'm going to end up doing once I've gotten everything out, now I got to figure out where I'm going to put all this stuff. But I'm going to go on their site and just look at all of their products because I hadn't done that. And like I say, this is a scalp treatment here. So that's 9 products so far. All right, this is part of the Minty collection. Hold on, y'all, something dripping. Minty collection, this the beard balm. It smells good. It's soft. It has like a light scent to it. I'm missing, oh, here's the cap. This is the Fluffy Fix Creamy Moisturizer. It says Ultimate Moisturizer Define Body Natural Hold. This is part of the Men Tea collection. Smells good. All right. And here is some more. Men Tea, this the beard moisturizer and shine to go with that. Okay, y'all. I gotta make room up here. This is the DTH blocker. It's exfoliating conditioning shampoo. It's a 2-in-1. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about 2-in-1s. I just got to do a little bit more research to find out what that's all about. So I'm going to move these to the side so I'll have room to put the rest of this stuff up here. All right. That's what we got so far. Y'all see we still got more products over here. All right, let's get this one. Uh-oh. So this cap goes with this. Let's see. This writing's so small, y'all. My eyes. Advanced moisturizing extended fragrance release. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna smell it. Oh, it has a nice scent. Smells good. Something leaked in there because I got it all over my hands. Y'all see that? Okay, that's that one. This is botanical oil for hair and body moisturizer. Botanical oil. Let me see. Can I smell it? I don't like that smell. Yeah, that's a little strong. I passed on that. I'm not a fan of that smell. This here is Temple Grow, follicle growth. That's what it looks like here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my research and look up all of these products on their website. I'm actually, y'all, just learning about Puro products. So this is part of the Honey Lock This is their edge control. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta get a paper. I gotta get a paper towel. Ah, look, get a paper towel and my wipes. Hold on. I gotta tell y'all this story. So when I got out of the military, my youngest niece was, well, the oldest niece. She was like 5 going on 6. And every time she get in the car with me, if she had chips or had something, she would always hold her hands up to wipe her hands because she didn't like her hands to be dirty. And so long story short, I started carrying wipes because of her. And to this day, I still carry wipes. And she'll be 29 this year. So go figure. But I'm going to use this to clean this top because there's something that leaked over here. And I'm going to get this cleaned up. All right. So this is part of the honey lock collection. So I'm going to put that right there. This is another one. It's called a sugar scrub. Okay. Okay. I gotta wipe this down too. Hold on, y'all. But I'm gonna open it. Oh, I didn't open the other one. Still kind of slippery. So that's what the gel looks like. I won't put my finger on it in case I give it to somebody. All right, and this is the scrub. So it has pretty good consistency. Light scent. I might have to try this one here. Another white. Okay. Oh, this one needs wiping down too. Hold on here. I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me. I knew y'all would want to see what's in this basket, and so do I. So this is the super edge control. So let me see. This is the edge control for the locks. I guess this is the regular one, but like I say, I'm gonna find out when I look at their website and see what all these products are, why they were created. So that's another one, edge control. Oh, and then we have the follicle growth drops. Follicle growth drops. Let's see. Oh, here is another. Oh, yeah, hold on, yeah. Oat and honey. It's dream cream, it says. And that's what it looks like. So I can't tell you what they all do because I'm just finding out about them like you. Okay, this is Let's see here. Another white. Hold on. This is the 7 Butter Super Cream. Seven Butter Super Cream. Oh. It has, it's like a butter with an oil in it. I don't know if you can see the oil rolling around in there, but I don't want to lean it too far because it's leaking. And this may be the one that was leaking. Okay. All right. All right. This is the Premium Butter Lock and Twist Cream. That's the consistency for that. I won't, it looks a little firm now. Premium 4 butters, and it says, I don't know what this is way too small for my eyes, y'all. Mango butter, shea butter, kokum butter is Kokum, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it's another butter as well. So that's this one. Then we have Curl Defining Gel here. Let's wipe this top off. It's a deep, rich color. Almost takes on like an oak color. That's that one. Let's see. Uh-oh. See if I can take this off. This says natural curl restore shampoo. Smells okay. It's natural curl shampoo. Then we have here the Curl and Coils Ozone Therapy Extra Super Charge Mask. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Something was leaking. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it smells really good. But that's what it looks like. All right. That's that one. We get down, we get there, we get there. I thank y'all for supporting me on this one here. If you're just tuning in, I won, well, after I purchased some products and I told y'all the items that I purchased, I actually was entered into a raffle. And when they did the 4 p.m. raffle on Sunday, they called 2 numbers and those individuals weren't there. So I was standing way in the back and I'm like, y'all need to call my number. And sure enough, 00582 was the number that was called, and I remember it. Anywho, this is what I won: a basket from Puro Naturals that is worth $500 in value in products. So this is the Lock and Braid Tension Be Gone spray. Let's see. Ooh, that's a strong smell. That's this. Okay. This is the Stiff Freeze Workable Holding Spray. No flaking, medium workable hold, no alcohol, scalp, spike, dries quickly. So I presume this is similar to like a spritz, but it's workable holding spray, which means that you're able to work whatever the style in before it sets. All right. This here is the Premium Butter Neat Braid Conditioning Shine Cream. And it says Simply Goodness. Let's open this. That's the consistency for that. It's hard. Or firm, I should say. It's firm. All righty. I'm going to take this big one out. It's wet on top. Let me get another wipe, y'all. This is the Honey Lock Starter. It says Honey Lock Starter Lock and Versatile Hairstyling Gel. Tightening, conditioning, scalp, and style. Start your locks right. So, all natural, alcohol free, and made with love. All right, let me open this. I will say I love the packaging. I love the look of it, the greens, the various shades. Okay, so it's a firm gel, and that's how it looks. Looks like a tea. All right. We got a lot of products here, huh, y'all? I stopped counting, but I'll go back and count to see how many we have total once I've gotten everything open. So I still have a couple more items in this box. This is the Curl Coils Ozone Therapy Clarifying Cleanser Pre-Poo. Let's see. Well, it has a seal on it, so I'm not going to mess with it. That's this one. This is part of the Honey Lock, the Ultra Hold Styling Gel, Superior Control Hold and Shine. Let's see if I can smell it. I know y'all like, you always smelling stuff. Well, it has a seal on it. Mm-hmm. That's that one. Let's see. Lock and Shine Hydrating Spray. So that's another one. We got 2 more bottles and 2 boxes. So this is the Nutricore Detox Shampoo. This is the Vitamin Detangling detangle spray. So I'm trying to peel it off without messing up the label, y'all. Let's see. Oh, that's nice scent. It smells really good. I wish we had smell-o-vision so you all could smell it too. So that's this one. Okay, so okay. This came with it. Not sure what it is, but I'm gonna open it. It looks like it might be a bag of some sort. Oh, okay. It is a bag. Oh, okay. It's a bag with wheels on it, and it can stand up on its own. And it looks like you can zip it. That's what the inside looks like. So I presume the zipper makes it smaller. So let's give it a try. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me untwist the zipper. Pull the legs back in. You gotta push them in to release them. All right. So it's almost like a suitcase that lets out. You know when you unzip the zipper around the suitcase all the way, it makes it bigger or it condenses it. So that's what this is. I'm always trying to figure something out, y'all. There we go. So that makes it a little shorter. So what I would do is just fix it on the inside. So it either sits up like this or folds down the other way. Let me see if I can fold it down. Yeah, you can do that too. So that's the other look of it once you fold it down. But that's the bag with a center snap. Cute. Y'all, I gotta be honest. I got so many bags. But what I'm gonna do is close this back down. Hold on. I'll close this back down. And place it back in the bag. All right. So we have a bag with wheels on it. Then there's this. Look like it might be a bonnet of some sort or a scarf. And I say that because it looks satin or silk. So, and it has the company's logo on it. Oh, it is a bonnet. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna have to gift this because this is way too big for me. I don't have enough hair to go in that. See that? I'm gonna show y'all my cap. Hold on. This all the cap I need. It's small enough for my head. See that? Yeah, we're gonna gift this to somebody. I figure out who likes green and gift them this. So let's fold it back up and put it back into the bag. All right, hold on, y'all. It's a pretty big bonnet there. It feels really good though. It really does. Let me see. I need to fold it a little tighter. There we go. Now I can slide it back in there. Package it like it's brand new, y'all. Okay, so we have two more items, and they are large boxes. All right, so I'm gonna move some of this stuff to the side. Ooh, I got my notes. Oh, y'all. Got my notes. Greetings. Thank you for joining. Let's move some of this over to the side so y'all can see what else is in this box. So let me count the products that we got so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we have 35 items so far. No, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 items so far. My bad. 41 items. And we still have 2 boxes to go. Oh, so what I say? Oh, so it says Lock and Twist Conditioning Shining Gel, 64 ounces, quality 3 tubs. So it's 3 in this one. And it's three in this one. And this is the Neat Braid Conditioning Shining Gel. So I'm gonna open them up because I want y'all to see. And I can always tape it back up. Oh. So y'all look, it's 3 of these tubs. 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a different one. So it's 3. 64 ounces, 4 pounds. So that's this. So the consistency is pretty good. This the Lock and Twist gel. Wow. That's a lot of product. 3 of those. I'll put them back in here. I lost count, y'all. Supposed to tell me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So that's 41, 42, 43, 44. And then we got 3 of those. So that's 47 products. 47 products, y'all. Let me go ahead and open this last one. Y'all can see it's the Neat Braid Conditioning Shine Gel. So this the Lock and Twist. Let me see what this one is. I forgot what this one is. Oh, this the Honey Lock, Starter Lock Gel. Okay. Wow. Okay. Apply small amount into the palm of your hand. Rub hands together. Work through wet or dry hair. Style as desired. Neat Braid Conditioning Shine Gel. Hold on. Okay. That's it. It's clear because I can translucent so I can see to the bottom of this. But I don't have to worry about gel for a minute. But I'm going to use what I got first before I get into this because I'm not wasting it. So we got 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the unboxing. That's all the products, y'all. So I'm gonna just push these to the side so we can finish the rest of the podcast. 47 products. Hero that I won. $500 in products. So what I plan to do with these products, definitely use them. For sure, go to their website to find out more about the products themselves. Because like I said, I just recently found out about them, I'll say within the last few months, not few months, but within the last year, I'll give or take within the last year. Yeah. So that's the unboxing of the $500 prize basket that I had. 47 products, 3 lock and twist gel, 3 neat braid conditioning gel, 1 honey lock, the starter lock gel, and there's actually this product goes with it. This product goes with it. This is the collection. Hold on, let me find the other one. I think it's one more. That might be it, y'all. Thought it was a spray. Yeah, here it is. This the conditioner, this the ultra hold styling gel, and then you have the edge control. So that's for that line. I thought it was one more. Hold on. Ah, maybe that's it. Okay. I guess that's it for that line. Yeah, that's it. So this is the honey lock line here. Starter, 2-in-1 bee wash and conditioner. Then you have the styling, the ultra hold styling gel, edge, and the styling gel long lasting. So I'll definitely have to check their website to see the use of these various products. Shampoo and condition, I get that, but what was the initial intent for them? I'll have to do some research on their site to look at their products. This is a good thing. All right, so let's get into the last few points and then I'm going to close it out because I need to get prepared for my how did I hit that? I need to get prepared. I didn't even put the tickler up for the thing. Y'all ain't said nothing all this time. Hold on. Let me move some of this out of the way so I can have some room to maneuver. All right. 47 products. Okay, so point number 3, biggest lessons from Premier Orlando. 3 things that stood out to me. One thing that I got from the classroom, and I said this in episode 73, and I don't know why it hit me the way it did, but one of the barbers, let me pull up the image. Y'all be patient with me. I got all this stuff up here. Hold on. Got all this stuff up here. So one of the barbers spoke on this, and it was their morning session from 9:15 to 10 o'clock. And it was one of the barbers, I forget, I think it's the gentleman from Tampa, but he talked about giving yourself permission to win. And when he said it, because it was somewhat posed in a question format, I had to ask myself, do I give myself permission to win? So that was one of the things that stood out from the class. Experience is something, the experience that we offer our clients, that's everything. And how we make people feel, because we're in the service industry, in particular the barber and beauty industry, it's all about experience. In my opinion, it's about how you make the people feel and the experience that they have with you. So that stuck out for me. And then some of the conversations, I was at the level 3 panel discussion, and one of the gentlemen talked about, he was more or less addressing it to the younger barbers, or the new barbers, individuals entering into the industry. He talked about styling and or cutting celebrity hair. And he said oftentimes they're cheap. They don't like to pay. So he talked about clout is fickle, and he encouraged them to build a foundation for the new barbers, to build your foundation, master your skills, because clout is fickle. It's here one day, gone the next. Another lesson, something that I observed in the industry, innovation was everywhere. I even look at, take for instance, and I'm gonna share with y'all one pair of clippers that I purchased, and there's a specific reason why I purchased them, because of the population that I service. So getting back to the innovation and seeing innovation everywhere, um, uh, the different brands, there are a lot of products, a lot of innovation going on, but I end up buying these clippers from Andes, and I don't get paid by them. I'm not an ambassador of theirs. I'm merely sharing this because it's just my experience. When I went through barber school, those were the tools that we were issued: masters, Andes masters, and then the Andes masters with a fade blade on it. We also got 2 trimmers, the Andes trimmers. So those were my foundation. And the reason why I admire the company, and it's simply because of my interaction or my experience with them. And that has been, whether my product, and I said this in episode 74, whether my product is in warranty or out of warranty, all I got to do is pick up the phone, call the 800 number, tell them what's going on. They send me an email of a sheet that I have to fill out. I submit that in the box. I pay for the shipping. If it's under warranty, I don't pay anything. If it's not, there may be a nominal fee that I pay. And the most I've paid was $75 for the repair on a pair of trimmers that I sent in. And as a matter of fact, I called them yesterday, day before yesterday now, because I had to send back my detachable clippers because the top part is coming off and it's not staying on. And also to service my Slimline Pro um, trimmers as well. Those are the ones that I use for my babies, and I graduate up. um, Depending on the sharpness of them and what they can and cannot tolerate as it relates to um, using it to bald the head or using it to do a shape up. But nonetheless, I called them. We talked. It's such a relationship that the individuals, it's two of them that know me when I call, because it's normally one or the other who picks up. But anywho, I was able to send my detachables in, and when they get them, I'm going to pay a small fee, and then they'll send it back to me. So saying that the third lesson of what stood out was innovation is everywhere, and also that there's a place and a space for what you do, what I do. Um, there's a space for everybody, and there's enough money in this industry to be made. So yeah, but that's something that I got. Another thing is something that surprised me was the number of companies, the educators, the innovation, and the shaping of the industry. I've only been in professionally for 6 years, but I've seen a lot of change in those 6 years. Innovation. If you don't know Morano Hodge, take a look at his uh, Instagram website. He goes by Morano One. I think it's Morano One. He's done a lot of innovative things within the industry. As a matter of fact, um, he was the mind, the brains behind zero gapping. He supported Coco, the company, to put out their first line of clippers and trimmers, though he's no longer with them now. But nonetheless, he supported them in getting their set of clippers and trimmers into the market. So, like I said, what surprised me was the number of companies, the educators, the innovation that's shaping this industry. And we're going to see a lot more. What challenged my thinking was how much natural hair, Afro textured hair, is influencing the industry, not only with products, but I saw a lot of individuals styling natural hair, textured hair, and other uh, hairstyles that are traditionally worn with African American people, blacks. I saw other nationalities and races getting stitch braids, cornrows, and various intricate styles. I forget the lady's name, but she does this technique. I know it's a technique out of Africa. I don't know which tribe it is, but it's a technique where she uses either 4 or 5 strands of hair to braid it, almost like a weaving technique. It looks really nice. But I'll show you all this young man that I had an opportunity to uh, view him while he was styling someone's hair. So let me pull this up right quick. So this I'll just turn it out. But he was styling this gentleman's hair, freestyling his hair, stitch braiding. And of course, you can see his hair. But I saw a lot of that where other nationalities were getting their hair braided. Nothing wrong with it, but it just let me know the influence, how much natural hair, Afro texture hair is influencing the beauty and barbering industry. So that was I won't necessarily say it challenged my thinking, but it broadened just to see it. It let me know that our texture hair is having an influence or impact within the industry. So what inspired me, um, especially as it relates to the barber industry, this is nothing new. Though women have been in the barbering industry for years, we're becoming more visible, leading the charge, a lot of education, and leaders in the industry, not just with barbering, but I kind of focus on that because that's the industry that I'm in. So that inspired me to see more women. Yes. So I was excited about that. So for the fourth point, the real value of conferences, they're not just, they're more than just products. Of course, y'all see here, I got a whole basket full of products for a ticket. Well, I didn't actually, I made purchases from this particular company, and the amount that I purchased put me in the raffle, and I won all of this. But I actually, like I told y'all, I purchased the honey low, the honey lock collection. I got a few items, and then I also picked up the follicle growth RX shampoo and conditioner, as well as the lock and braid shine mousse. I got those items, and in purchasing those items, it put me in the um, it put me in the raffle. Just say that much. So, and speaking on that, the real value of conferences are about relationships, making connections, exposure, sharing, meeting people. And I'm going to talk about some of the individuals that I met, and I'll share some images with you. Education, being informed, expanding your knowledge, and of course, some of the cosmetologists, individuals that were there who require continuing education were also there to receive their continuing ed credits. And I've mentioned it before, as a barber, stylist, a master hair care in the state of South Carolina, as of now, barbers and master hair care professionals aren't required to do continuing education. However, I do continuing education because not only is it good for me, it helps me to stay current, um, enhance my knowledge and skills, but it also allows me the opportunity and the wherewithal to bring that information to my clients. So keeping them informed, keeping them abreast, and sharing what I know, because that's what they pay me for, to provide them a service and keep up so that I can keep bringing them the most current information. So seeing what's possible for me, it was seeing what's possible for myself, for my business, for content, and the community that I serve. Meeting professionals, holding conversations, which brings me to I got a few notes here that I want to share. So I've met a couple individuals that I've seen online, or I've had conversation with them, but most of them, I think three, two, no, three of the five I observed doing another podcast called United Barber Club. I saw them on a few of their episodes or their podcasts. So uh Lacey, Lady Barber, I I saw her on an episode, and that's how I actually found out about this product, because she was discussing the ingredients, but I still hadn't actually visually seen it. But she was talking about it, so I went online and kind of, I looked it up. So um, the power that she possessed as a female barber, or lady barber that she calls herself. She was on the episode "The Power of Women in Barbering," um, the game changers, that many of them are game changers. So that was her episode. I actually won the products from the company that she's a spokesperson for. She handles all the emceeing. So at the, let me see if I got a video. So at the, hold on, y'all. At the hair show, she was the MC for the both days for the entire segment. So let's see. Did I pull up one? Did I pull up one for her? I probably don't. However, I did take a picture with her. I know this one is pretty long, y'all, because I have a lot of info. The product unveiling of the basket was one. Where is it? Here we go. Here's uh Lacey. I met her, and I talked to her several times over the phone, and I got an opportunity to meet her in person. And of course, when the products, when she called the number, I was like, "That's me, that's me." So she was like, "Oh wow, this is great." So I met her. Another person that I met was DL Master Barber, Darren Lyons. uh, I had an opportunity to speak with him very briefly because he was preparing to go on the stage. I didn't get a picture with him, but nonetheless, I saw him too on United Barbers Club. And his episode, um, he was talking about barber business, and I forget the word that was used, but he was talking about barbering and business. And some of the some of the things that he shared, because I took notes when I watched his episode. He talked again about customer service. Great service goes a long way. These are like he gave 10 points. I missed one of them. Great service goes a long way. Customer service is your marketing. Go the extra mile. Consistency builds trust. Listen, how can we help our client? And every client wants to feel important. So we want to treat our clients like they are the most important thing, because they are. They're affording us the opportunity to take care of ourselves, both personally and professionally, and to do what we do, take care of our families, provide for ourselves, run our businesses, and do all those things. So he also talked about service creates loyalty, and loyalty creates stability. He also said your service determines your price. So whatever service, and I want to add your experience with that service, determines your price. He also said care beyond the chair, check on your people. That's something that I do. So I resonated with that wholehearted. But the flip side of that, he talked about business. He went into encouraging us to get with a credit union because they have uh I won't say better rates. They're able to offer a lot more than your traditional banking system. And he talked about how to improve your business line of credit. So, he said to get a secure credit card, um, get one for 500. Once you've gone through that process to build up your credit line, then you go for the next, go back and request a higher limit, and to the point where you've built it up to wherever you want it to be, 650 or above. And also, he talked about paying it off in 5 to 6 months, then borrow double. So if it's 500, 1,000. If it's 1,500, 3,000. And then he talked about opening up a free saving and free checking, make direct drafts. So when you um, get the secure loan, he said to set it up where it goes out automatically so you don't have to be concerned about it. And then he talked about transferring that money directly to whatever the loan is. And there are some other things, but in saying all of that, I had an opportunity to share with him. First of all, thank him for sharing that information with us, and tell him how I've been not only utilizing and improving my service to my clients, but also um, enhancing my business line of credit and things of that nature. So I was able to talk to him about that very briefly and thank him for providing that information. Another person that I had an opportunity to um, see, I've seen him online again, and I actually saw him through the same podcast because I watch other podcasts as well, and that's Tyrone Sapp, Tara the Barber. He's also the host and founder of Razor Sharp Podcast. So, look, I'm gonna get on you, Tara the Barber. I asked you to send me a picture of us, but that's what you get. That's what I get for not taking the picture with my own phone. Anywho, um, we took a picture together, and he posted it and shared it. So I am going to um, share that picture when I can find it, because I put it up. Where is it? Where is it, y'all? I know y'all. Oh, here it is. I got it. So this is Tara the Barber and myself. He posted it. Yes, we have been communicating and chatting online, but I finally got to meet him in person. You all know Fiona. Fiona Curry. She's a master barber out of Macon, Georgia. I got a chance to see her again, and she had been saying, "I'm gonna get your book. I'm gonna get your book." So I actually took a few of my books with me. I was gonna gift one to Tara the Barber, but I didn't see him the second day. He also wanted to do like a short interview with me, but that place was so big, we didn't meet. So I reached out to him, told him I missed him. If he would be kind enough to send me his address, because I wanted to gift him one of my books. So I got that in the mail when we got back. Of course, he sent it to me. I got it in the mail. He should have gotten it yesterday. But back to Fiona. As you can see, you'll see me here signing her book. And this is her holding a copy of the book, holding a copy of it. So I signed it, autographed it for, and there you have it. She has her copy. So the other individuals that I met was Kate Owens, and Kate Owens is the young lady who created Sensory Safe Solutions. So I had an opportunity to meet her, and in meeting her, I became aware that they have clippers out. So if y'all watch episode number 74, you know that I showed you all the clippers. So I'm going to share these with y'all again. Give me a second. I also got a shirt and a hoodie to support the organization. So I guess you're wondering, how did I get involved with this company, this organization, as it relates to servicing children who who are autistic or neurodivergent or some type of sensory. Um, I don't want to say it's not an issue, a sensory concern. So I was up, couldn't sleep one night, scrolling through Instagram, came across this gentleman by the name of Henry um, Tribes. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but it starts with A. I won't butcher it. I came across his site. He sells the weighted capes. It's like having a weighted blanket on. I've invested in some for my children, youth, and adults that I service. So from that connection, I came across Kate's page, eventually got certified as a sensory safe solution provider, even though I've worked in the education industry as a substitute teacher, two states, no, two states, three different, hold on, four fingers, three different counties where I've subbed elementary, middle, and high school. And I work with special needs children in the classroom, which is how I became trained as um, a paraprofessional to support the teachers in the classroom. So with that being said, I got trained in her program, which opens you up for individuals who are searching for barbers, stylists, and braiders who offer that, who are trained to support those children. So with that being said, Kate has partnered with Andy's, and Andy's has created a clipper that does not make well, it makes minimum noise. And I remember saying, somebody need, because I don't have the resources and the knowledge to create an implement like this. I would always say, somebody need to create clippers that don't make a lot of noise. So in improvising, my Andy's detachables have a lever on the front of them that you can increase the speed or decrease the speed. And that's what I would use to service my children, because when you increase the speed, it's a little louder. And of course, it goes faster. If you decrease the speed, it slows down and it's not as loud. But nonetheless, they've come out with one. They debuted at Premiere, and they were selling them. If you try to get them now, you have to pre-order them. But I end up buying two pair. So this is the clipper, and I'm going to turn it on. That's how it sounds on the first notch. And this how it sounds on the second notch. So that puts it at 5, and this is 3. And I had an opportunity to use them on one of my clients on Wednesday, my lock maintenance, and I cut his hair. I asked him, what did he think about it? Loved him. Then I had an opportunity to use them on one of my younger clients, and he loved them as well. And I let his parents pick them up, turn them on, listen to them. They were ecstatic. They absolutely loved them. So I'm grateful for them. Here are the guards that go with them. There are 10 total. So you have your half and your 1.5, and of course your 1 through 8 guard. So that's that deal. And this is the docking station for it. I'm hearing, because I asked, that they may be coming out with a trimmer. No time soon, but they may. So I met Kate. Did I put her picture up? I'm talking about her. And let's see. So I got a chance to meet Kate. Here's the funny thing, y'all. So when I got her attention and I greeted her, I was like, I'm Yate. And as soon as I said my name, she knew who I was. And she was like, oh. But we've been in communication back and forth with finding out the information about her program, when is the next session, those types of things, and ultimately getting me the information that I need once I completed the course. So that's Kate. And she is the visionary behind, the CEO and founder of Sensory Safe Solutions, as well as the individual who partnered with Andy's to create this innovative tool that is going to continue to create trust and not trauma for our young children and adults who have sensory, they're autistic or neurodivergent. So that's that. And let me see what else. Any the other values that come from conferences, learning from different perspectives. Yeah, it's amazing to be able to watch individuals and see their perspective or their take on something similar. And holding conversation, meeting professionals, it was great. It was great. Even just sitting and watching individuals interact, because I'm a people watcher. I tend to watch folks. So my question to you, have you ever attended a conference that changed your outlook? So I've had a few things where it's given me a different perspective, and have opened my eyes to things. Like take for instance this, and I'm not saying it happened because, but just the idea of putting it out there, knowing that we needed something to support our children and adults and youth who that noise from the clippers and trimmers bothers them. So to have this in hand and be able to service my clients, it makes their experience better. It just gives them a whole nother level of service, less known experience with me. So I'm grateful for that. But those are some of the individuals that I met. Yeah, some of those connections that I had with them. So the last point that I want to make, and I won't be before you all too much longer because this is getting longer. I want to put up, I'm going to share with y'all me at the Andy station, looking at the clippers.
My favorites here. I have this one.
I was talking about the detachable clippers. I don't like the newer model trimmers, the T-liners. They look fake. They look plastic. They look, but some people go for that. I didn't care for them too much. So that's me taking a look at the new products. And then this is me just kind of fooling around on the fooling around. Hold on. So that's me and my boot. I was getting it, y'all. Getting it with the boot. I was getting it with the boot. Like I said, I rest and walk, rest and walk, rest and walk. So that's the real value of conferences: your relationships, exposure, education, the inspiration that you gain. Is creativity everywhere. I saw it in the hair, I saw it in the clothing that people wore, self-expression, the education, like I said, being informed, expanding your knowledge, and just the connections, the sharing, the conversations. And I already shared with you people who I met. So in this last point, and then I'm gonna get into some real talk stuff. What happens when you return home? So you turn the information into action. Whether you are sorting through your notes, trying to figure out what it is you want to do with what you've obtained, you organizing your purchase. In my case, I had a whole nother prize box to organize. Now I got to figure out one, go to the website, do a little bit more research to be informed about the rest of the products that I wasn't aware of, and also how I can utilize them with my clients. I do know that it is a great product because of the ingredients or lack of things that they include in it, which is good. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to have gotten these 47 items. So I'm thankful for that. But turning information into action. So sorting through your notes, organizing your purchases. As of today, I've gotten all my stuff put away, y'all. I've gotten it all put away. I just got to figure this out. I might end up putting it in storage for the stuff that I'm not utilizing right away, putting it in my storage. And then following up with people. There's one individual for a class that I took. I'm going to show y'all this video clip of her. She was talking about, her subject dealt with high-end braiding, high-end, well, she called it high-end luxury braiding. And this is Chantel Doggett from Boss Braiding Studios out of Orlando. She is
Here, so I'm gonna try
a,
to match my points
hold on.
up so that they're even on both sides. And I'm gonna start my part here.
So with her
That's my
session,
bone. So that's like my guide. And then I'm
she talked about
gonna turn it back around so that I can.
it's dragging for whatever reason, I don't know, but it's dragging. So with her session, y'all, she talked about symmetry. She talked about how we're using geometry, especially when we're getting into the intricate designs, and how we're using curves on a curved space, on a curved head, and measuring and using certain points on the head to ensure that the symmetry and the look is similar. She talked about add-ons, elevating your offering, meaning basic and VIP. I learned a few things for her, but in speaking about following up, she's someone that I will be following up with, not only about the hair that she was using, because she talked about utilizing hyperallergenic hair, and also about potentially getting some additional training. Y'all know I'm all for training, continuing ed, and just enhancing my skill. So therefore, I can in turn enhance the services that I offer my clients. So, and the last one with what happens when you return home is deciding what happens. So, figuring out what I'm going to do with it or what you're going to do with it. And three things that I'm asking myself is, what thing am I applying immediately? So the one thing that I apply immediately was the use of my clippers with my clients. So I got home Tuesday, Wednesday, I was using them. I didn't wait to keep them in the box and all of that good stuff. No, I took them out, set them up, charged them up so that I would be ready. So that's one thing. And that's one thing that you can ask yourself if you're going to a conference or some type of training. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the beauty and barbering industry. If you're in some other industry and you attend conferences and you go for training and professional development, these are some things that you can ask yourself. How will you apply? What will you apply immediately? The next thing is research further. I shared with you all that a lot of these, I have not used the product. I take that back. When I took an advanced braiding course with Grace Denise, I used this product on a mannequin head. So I have used one product of this whole line, but in sharing that, I mentioned doing further research. So the further research would be on these products via their website, and possibly, calling should I need additional support with it to get more information on the product line itself. But I'm sure they got it on the website, as I got a brochure for only a few items here. And you can place an order, but they have a few of the items here. So based on how they got it packaged, I'll know which one goes with which for this particular line. So doing further research, and then things you'll save for later. So are there things that you've gotten that you'll save for later? So like, take for instance, I took a class dealing with AI and searchability on the internet. So I'm currently in the process of creating content. I say that because I'm like, yeah, I need to get more content out there, but in the process of creating content. However, I brought a booklet that talks more about it. And though I have it, it's not something from the book standpoint that I'm going to implement immediately. So I'm reading over it, looking at what it's saying or sharing with me or informing me about, and taking it in and see how I can piece it into what I'm currently doing, or throw away some stuff that I'm currently doing and making those adjustments. So my fun reflection question for you all is, what do you bring home besides products? So for me, what did I bring home besides products were relationships. I got to meet people that I have only seen online. So that made the connection that much deeper, because now I've been able to put a face with a name, and they've been able to do the same with me. And it's different when you meet somebody in person. So those are some of the things as it relates to what happens when you return home. Other things, you get ideas In some cases, your confidence is built up. You oftentimes get more inspiration, for the things that you want to do or you envision doing. And then other times you connect new relationships, new opportunities. So, with that, I want to get into the real questions real quick, the real talk questions, and just kind of go through those. So, the first one is, you don't go just to shop. Now, some people do. You shouldn't go just to shop. So most people think events like Premier Orlando are about buying products. They're not. The products are nice, but the real value is in education, it's in conversations, it's in relationships and ideas you bring home. Products eventually run out, but your knowledge and connections, and those connections can change your career. It can change your life. So the second real talk point that I want to share is you can't attend everything. Like, take for instance, I just left Orlando. There's the CT Barber Expo in Connecticut this weekend. Well, I'm not going. One, because I got a party. One of my clients who's a senior, well, he's a graduate now, is having his graduation party this weekend. So I'm attending that. But to speak on real talk point number two, you can't attend everything. No matter how well you plan, you're going to miss something. So, like I shared with you all, I set my intentions, but when I got there, I did some things and some things shifted, and I just forgot other things. But in saying that, the classes will overlap. So I saw a class that I wanted, but then I had to decide um, which one. And then the booths, some of the booths were crowded that I wanted to go up to, but it was too many people, and me with that boot on, I was like, I don't need nobody stepping all over me, tripping all over me, or me tripping and falling or something along those lines. So I tried to stay away from crowded booths, to say the least. And then the conversations will take longer than expected. You start conversating with someone and then it goes on and on and on. And not that it's a bad thing, but conversations can take longer than what you expect. So the key here is not to spend the entire event worried about what you're missing. Focus on maximize what's right in front of you. So that's what I eventually did. I took time to soak it all in. I took time to observe and rest. And I kind of let some of the things in terms of my intentions go and just went with the flow. The next real talk point that I want to share as it relates to this is the event doesn't end when you leave. I've just shared with you all some things that I'm still gleaming, some things that have inspired me, some things that have caused me to think. Yeah, so the conference may be over, but the work is just beginning. So yeah, I went to the conference. I got these clippers, but they're not going to do anything if I keep them sitting in the box. So the clippers were purchased to make the experience for my neurodivergent, autistic, and sensory children, youth, and adults um, have a better experience. So that's the work beginning, where I get them home and I utilize them. The real question isn't what did I learn? The real question isn't what did I learn? The real question is, what am I going to do with what I learned? And that's it. So some of the notes that I took, some of those things that I observed, how am I going to use that? How am I going to implement that in what I do? So that's point number three. Point number four, Some of the best lessons aren't taught on stage. Well, what do you mean by that, Yate? Yes, the classes are valuable, but some of the biggest lessons come from conversations in the hallway, standing at the vendor booth, riding in the car with another professional like me. We were having conversations and exchanging, different thoughts and things as it relates to the industry and other stuff as well. And then talking with someone you've never met before. I had an opportunity to talk with many different people, and just the things that were shared. um yeah, you don't get everything on the stage. Everything is not taught on the stage. So what I want to share with you as it relates to that is to never underestimate the power of simple conversations, short conversations, bumping into someone. I'll give you an example. So I was I forgot to charge one of my personal business line. It don't matter. I forgot to charge up one of my phones. So when I got there, um, I had the battery pack, but I was like, they're not open just yet. I still had like 20 minutes. So I sat on this bench that was outside of the restroom area. And I sat there, plugged my phone in, and I was charging and making posts because it was the first day of June. So I made my monthly posts that I do and shared them in my stories. So this gentleman was preparing to go in the restroom, and he had bags in his hands, and he didn't want to take them in. So he was like, "You mind watching these for me?" I was like, "Sure, no problem." The guy was the owner for a shear company. So he was like, "Well, when you come in, come by and see me." I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." I end up going by to see him. I think it's called Kosh. Long story short, I end up purchasing. I'm gonna show them to y'all. Hold on, let me go grab. All right. So I'm gonna share with you all what I had first, and then share with you all what I end up getting, because I have a couple of pair of shears. So I had invested in these shears, and these shears are often used, well, one, they use them in pet grooming too, but these shears are often used to sculpt and cut afros, but do a lot of sculpting. Well, I went to his booth and I was looking at the shears, and I'm like, all my shears are good. I keep up with them. They're not the real expensive ones, but they're good shears. And I end up getting a smaller pair. You see this here? I didn't recognize them in the display case that he had, but he picked them up and he was like, "Hey, have you ever seen these?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've seen them, but I've never seen them this small." So I've gone from using these to now I have the 6-inch smaller pair. And guess what, y'all? Because I watched his bags while he went in to use the restroom, he not only gave me a deal on the shears, but I got the grips, the finger grips, and I got a new Dang, I can't even think of what it is. But anyway, I got a blue one. It came with black, but I asked him for a blue one because I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I got this and some blue finger grips. You can see them. So that came out of a conversation. Never underestimate the power of a simple conversation. He was going in the restroom. He asked if I could watch his bags while he going in the restroom. I wasn't doing nothing but charging my phone. Sure, I can watch them. But see how that simple conversation came back around, and he offered me a deal, and I got extra grips for my shears. That's that story. Let me get to the fifth point and hop on off of here and close us on out. So the fifth point is invest in yourself before you feel ready. What do you mean by that, Yate? Invest in yourself before you feel ready. A lot of professionals wait until they have more money, more experience, more confidence, more success before attending industry events. You know, they think they got to be in a certain place or have a certain, you know, cash flow. And in this day and time, you probably want to have your coins together, or unless you know, you cutting the expense with somebody, y'all splitting down the middle, which is good because it helps you to, you know, to save. You can still have fun and do your thing. But the point that I'm making here is invest in yourself before you feel ready. A lot of professionals wait until, like I said, they have more money, more experience, more confidence, more success before attending events. Sometimes you have to attend first. You never know the connection you'll make, the exposure, those conversations, those small or insignificant conversations, what that can open you up to. I'm going to share this. So when I call Andy's to talk to them about submitting or sending in my detachables and my Slimline Pro, I was talking to the lady about having the new clippers. And then having these new clippers, I was telling her how I used to use the detachables to cut my children who have neurodivergent, autistic, or sensory challenges, and how that's what I, you know, that's what I used along with the other clippers. But most of the time I used those because I could control the loudness of the motor. Even though it might have ran slower, I was still able to control the sound to a certain extent. And I was sharing that with her and just telling her, I said, I'm so glad that these clippers have come out. I'm excited. I can't wait to use them on my clients. And she told me, she was like, this is the best news. I've basically, she had a rough morning. And to hear my conversation, even though I was babbling on about them with excitement, she asked me, because I was telling her my story and just sharing, you know, my work with children, how I got into this, and just telling her how I admire the company and that they will service the equipment, whether it's in or out of warranty. You know, you just pay for the shipping and handling, and once they get the tool or implement in, they will look at it and then let you know what it will cost to service that, the clipper or the trimmer or whatever it is, and then send it back to you. So she was like, you mind if I share this with my team? And I was like, sure. Yet again, another insignificant or simple conversation. And she shared the information with her team. And I had shared with her that I had took some pictures so that I can post it. And I sent her one of these and a few other pictures. There we go. Simple conversation, y'all. She's sharing my story with her team because I opened up and shared with her my experience and how this is making my job uh, and my children and adults experience that much more enjoyable. So, simple conversation, investing in yourself before you're ready to. So, I got the invite. I decided to go, and I'm glad I went, because had I not went, it probably would have been months down the line before I realized that Andy's had partnered with Sensory Safe, because we don't always see everything on the algorithm. Okay. We don't always see everything that people share that we follow. We don't always see their content. So I'm just grateful that I was in the right place at the right time to be able to get these, not only one pair, but two pair. And those of you who are looking to, all right, y'all, not sure what happened, but I'll post a link. Not sure what happened, but I will post a link. And for these clippers, I'll post a link in this podcast. So to close it out, my bonus real talk thing or idea or concept that I want to leave with you all is um, I didn't come home with just products in this prize basket. I came home with new ideas, new perspectives, and a renewed appreciation for the profession that I've chosen. And it actually chose me before I chose it. I'm just coming back around to it. That's the kind of souvenir that doesn't fit into a suitcase. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have gone to the show. And look, that's real talk. So my final thought in closing is the real value of an event isn't measured by what you bring home in your suitcase. It's measured by what stays with you after the trip is over. So I'm still gleaming from my trip. The products that I've received, especially this one, can I tell y'all, this is like this was the biggest one for me because of my clients that I service. The majority of my clients are children. And I'll say about half of them have a sensory neurodivergent or they're autistic. So this was like the best gift for me in attending the show. So I want to thank all of you for following this journey. If you haven't seen episode number 73 and 74, please do so. 73 is day one of Premiere Orlando, and 74 is the second day. I talk about classes, conversations, and some of the things that I purchased. I saved this one to do, the recap once I got home, had some time to think, and also to open up my prize basket that I won with $500 of value in products. So the products, it was 47 total that I got here. And I think, hold on, y'all. Let me get this visual together. It got it blurred so bad. I'm just gonna take that off. There we go. So yeah, I won. Purchased some items, got entered into a raffle, and here it is, 47 products that I have to put away in a good way. So I thank you all for following that journey. I invite you to subscribe to Real Roots TV and follow me on social media at Yate the Barber Stylist and Talk with Yate. That's on most social media platforms. And also watch episode number 73 and 74. That'll take you through day one and day two. And of course, share your favorite experience, or share your favorite conference experience or vacay or getaway. Share that with us. Share, leave it in the comments. Y'all can tell I'm tired now. I'm tired. I've been up trying to pull all the, pulling all this stuff together so that I'll have it and you all be able to see the visuals of some of the things that I wasn't able to share with you. And I'm trying to go through it real quick to make sure that I hadn't forgotten anything. But for those of you who hadn't seen the basket, this was the basket. The gentleman had to put it on a what they called a hand truck or a dolly to take it to the car for me. So I won that in a raffle, and these are all the products. It was a total of 47 products altogether, to include some styling tools, a bag, and a bonnet. And the bonnet, like I say, is too big for me. And here's mine. I only have a mohawk. So this is my bonnet. It's enough to put on my head, y'all. Yeah, the other one is way too big. It'll swallow me. It'll swallow me. So I think that is about it. I got one more video that I want to show of me leaving. Let's see here. So this is me preparing to leave. My last day, well, let me find it first, y'all. Boop, 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 boop. This me leaving the conference.
Orlando. Premiere Orlando, goodbye.
I had a good time, y'all. Overall, it was good. Like I said, in the first day, I was a bit overwhelmed because it was a lot of people coming at me, wanting to offer me a bag, want to offer me a product, a sample of this, and I was like, "Whoo, hold on!" I just walked through the door, and they were ready for us, which I guess it's a good thing. Um, but I came back with quite a few items, and like I say, the biggest was these trimmers here. The biggest was those trimmers. So I want to say thank you to those of you who followed the journey. Don't forget to view episode 73 and 74 of day 1 and day 2. Do subscribe to Real Roots TV on the YouTube channel, as well as follow me at Yate the Barber Stylist on most social media platforms, and also at Talk with Yate. And share your favorite conference experience, your vacay experience, or your getaway experience. Leave it in the comments. And as I prepare to close us out, I want to leave you with this. Whether you're behind the chair in the classroom or building your future in the industry, keep learning, keep growing, and keep showing up. I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. I appreciate you. And I'm going to call it a night. A good morning.
I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals, naturals. I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals, naturals. I am real roots pride. I am real roots love. I am real roots naturals, naturals.